Hey, you guys, how the heck is it going? David Hayes with Hayes Moto. A little bit of a different one for you here today. Starting off with the intro of that video, that was a picture of my great grandfather on his motorbike and my dad doing the spread eagle on his skis in the picture beside him. And then the next picture was a picture of my father on his 1978 FXE Super Glide. Of course, that is the Harley that is premiering in the Father's Chopper series, which I will be doing another video for that here soon, amongst many other videos, of course. But yes, today is a little bit of a different one. We are actually going to be paying our respects to a rider that briefly made an appearance on this channel, ironically in my last moto vlog. We found out some tragic news about him almost actually immediately that day, and I was somewhat able to confirm with first responders that did arrive onto the scene. Unfortunately, hearing those words, I'm sure you have some sort of idea as to where this story could be going. Of course, stick around to the end and let me fully explain the story. And I feel I, I didn't want to just speak on this person's story um, out of some sort of sense of trying to capitalize off of their downfall or trying to uh, make content out of someone else's tragedy. I was really hoping to negotiate this story with a certain level of empathy and care. And ultimately, I think I'm going to try to speak more on a personal basis, or bring the story around back to more of a personal view or emotional connection to this incident, just because I want to try to be respectful, and I think the best way to do it is speak from my experience and not on someone else's behalf. So if you guys feel like sticking around listening to what I have to say, I would greatly appreciate that. Of course, the like and subscribe is always awesome, but I also understand if this is a little bit somber or a little bit dry or a little bit out of character or out of pocket to maybe what you might expect from a motovlog channel. So I do apologize if the tone of this one is maybe not the standard tone of the channel. But I felt I wanted to also do my due diligence, I guess more so for myself, of really vlogging my experience. And I guess this is now inadvertently a part of my experience, not only as a motorcycle rider, but also as a moto vlogger or someone who is out in the world and is trying to interact with it at a greater level. The empathy to this situation's not lost on me, so I'm trying to handle this with the utmost respect. Excuse me. Of course, let me know how you feel I am handling this subject down in the comments there. If you guys have any of your own stories you'd like to add to this, of course, let me know. This isn't any sort of trying to get sympathy, or, I'm not, if I speak for my own personal behalf, I'm not looking to get anything out of this on a personal level. More so just looking to share my story, share this gentleman's story, and ultimately maybe use this as a learning lesson that maybe some of us can relate to, but all of us can learn from. So without further ado, I am a professional yapper. I'm going to play the clip of the gentleman that I am speaking about, and then I will continue on sort of speaking on my personal feelings, how that resonates with me, and yeah, we'll kind of go from there. So we're going to play that clip right about. Riding with someone. Nice crawl. Oh, Navi.
It's a Navi, man.
Right on, bro.
It's all right.
I can imagine, yeah.
It'll keep up.
Oh, I'm
It'll
sure.
do 80.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, man.
Right on, cool. First of all, I'd like to say I apologize for the poor audio. It is the raw GoPro footage audio. But that's the gentleman there. I don't know his name. Honestly, if I did know his name, I wouldn't say it on the channel regardless. But he was just out for a ride with his daughter on the back of his bike. Was going out in an area where actually I really enjoy riding. It's a beautiful area to go out and ride around. Unfortunately, while he was out with his daughter on the back of his bike, he ended up pulling over and having a heart attack on the side of the road, tragically, extremely tragically, with his daughter there. And I know the area where he was at, that there wouldn't have been cell phone service, so I don't know exactly how long it was before first responders were notified and able to respond. Like I said, I do know some of the first responders in that area firsthand, and I know they are incredible people that I'm sure did the absolute best job they could getting out there promptly and on time. But just an absolute tragic story, and my heart absolutely goes out to the daughter there. I can't imagine what she would have experienced or what she is experiencing. This is where I guess I'll choose to tie in my own personal story as to the impact of losing my father at a young age. Now, full disclosure, I didn't lose him at that young of an age, so I can't even imagine what that young girl is experiencing. But I do know the impact of losing a parent at a young age. For me, it was my father, and it is just so impactful to the development of who you are as a person. My father played such a big role in my life that, I mean, even I think a big reason why I have the passions that I have, motorbiking especially being one of them, is simply because of my father and his influence in my life, amongst with various other family members. My great grandfather, though I never met him, but seeing that picture hanging on the wall. My uncle was an avid motorcycle rider and golfer, and he passed also when I was quite young as well. And so these are role models that unfortunately, just speaking honestly, I've missed out having them around in life. And it really stunted me for a long time, and it made it that I really had to find, I guess, people to fill that role model sort of void. Luckily, I had great family members and great people around me that definitely I could look up to and learn from. But yeah, it really reminded me of just how fragile life can be. How one minute you can be out doing something special with someone you love, and the next minute that moment could never happen again. And so I think it was just an interesting circumstance to have that happen, and it really made me go into a deep place of thoughtfulness. And I think that's also a big reason why I wanted to bring it to the channel, because there's not a lot of events in life on a personal level that really bring me into deep places of contemplation, or really change my view on life. And now I'm not saying this has completely changed my views on life, or how I view life or mortality, or the sport of motorcycling, or spending time with loved ones. I think all of that, all those, how I feel about all those things is very much solidified, either from this experience or past experiences. What I will say is it just really showed me to learn to appreciate the little moments. I was out for a beautiful Sunday ride. That gentleman was out for a beautiful Sunday ride. We shared, maybe 2 minutes of road time together, but regardless of how long we rode together, okay? And I will consider him a brother, and I'm grateful for that moment in time with him, and I hope that in the future his daughter can be grateful for the time that she spent with him as well, despite the tragic event. I really don't know how to make a positive spin. There is, I don't think, any real positive spin. This is a very weighty, heavy subject. So one that, again, I wasn't sure how to tackle it, how to bring it to the channel, but it was something where I felt that I really did want to bring it to the channel. And maybe even if it is to just start a conversation, or really just to get people to acknowledge maybe even their own mortality, or maybe things that they're taking for granted, if they're taking those beautiful moments that we have with our loved ones for granted. You really got to stop and just appreciate the time that we have with one another, because unfortunately you just never know what the future holds for yourself or your loved ones around you. And I will say, this is, as much as this is a channel for everyone who loves motorbikes, I guess kind of a primary driver to my audience is beginner riders. So if there's any beginner riders that have made it to this point in the video, now it's nothing that person did wrong, but, it's just understand, I guess, that life is a very sensitive thing, and you gotta be careful. So make sure you wear your helmet and your safety gear, because you just never know what could happen with you. I don't know. I'm trying to get something out of it here. I think I'm gonna wrap the video up there. Hopefully I made some sense. Hopefully I paid respect to the story well enough, and kind of journaled and documented the experience happening. And yeah, hopefully you guys kind of appreciated maybe something that I've said, some sort of message that I've tried to put out there. If not, totally all good. Hope you guys are all riding safe. Hope you guys are all doing good. Of course, comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I love you guys. Take her easy. And I will catch you guys all again real soon. Goodbye.